As he prepares to leave for France, Laertes warns his sister Ophelia not to fall for Hamlet, a young man whose passions will change, and a prince who must marry to preserve the sanity and health of the state. Ophelia promises, but Cecily tells Laertes to listen to his own advice. Polonius enters, scolds his son for taking so long, then immediately starts giving him long-winded advice about how to act. Be sociable but not vulgar. Do not lend or borrow money to your own self. Be true and on. Finally, he lets Laertes leave. Polonius asks Ophelia what she was talking about with Laertes. Ophelia answers, Hamlet. After Polonius asks her to explain, she says that Hamlet has expressed his love for her. Polonius tells her that Hamlet is pretending to love her in order to sleep with her, and forbid her to talk to him. Ophelia promises to obey. Enter Laertes and Ophelia, his sister.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell, and sister, as the winds give benefit, and convey his assistant. Do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion and a toy in bud, a violet in the youth of gloomy nature, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more but so.
Think it no more. For nature, crescent does not grow alone, infused in bulk, but as this temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor cotton doth besmirch the virtue of his will. But you must fear his greatness weight. His will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself, for on his choice depends the safety of the health of this whole state. And therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of the body, whereof he is the head. Then, if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give his saying be, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes withal. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent ear you list his songs, or lose your heart on your chest treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of desire. The cherished maid is prodigal enough, if she unmask her beauty to the moon. Virtue itself escapes not calumnious strokes. The canker galls the infants of the spring too oft before their buttons be disclosed. And in the morn and liquid dew of youth, contagious plasmins are most eminent. Be wary then, best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else.
I showed the effect of his good lessons him. As watchman to my heart, but good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastor do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a pot and reckless libertine, himself and primrose path of dalliance tread and wreck not his own bread.
Oh, fear me not.
Enter Polonius.
I stay too long, but here my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon the second leaf.
Yet, here, Laertes, aboard, for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. There, my blessings with thee, and these few precepts in thy memory. Look thou character, give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thoughts his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, and their adoption tried. Grapple them unto thy soul with hoops of steel, but do not dull thy palm with entertainment. Of each new hatch, unfledged courage, beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in, bear it that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as thy purse can buy, but not express in fancy. Reach not gaudy, for the apparels of proclaims a man, and they in France reach not gaudy, for the apparels of proclaims a man, and they in France of the best rank and station are of a most select and generous gift in that neither a borrower nor a slender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season, this is in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
The time invests you. Go your servants then.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
This is in my memory long, and you of yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is it, Ophelia? He had said to you,
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Mary well betaught. This told me he had very oft of tale, given private time to you, and you yourself have of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, as so 'tis put on me, and that in way of caution. I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly, as it behove my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
The hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? Pah! You speak like a green girl, and sifted in such peril. Do you believe this tender, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have to end this tender for true pay, which are not sterling, tender yourself more dearly, or not to track the wind of the poor praise. Running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
I, fashion, you may call it, go to.
And hath given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
I, springus, to catch woodcut. I do know when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul, lends the tongue vows. This blaze, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both, even in their promise, as it is a making, you must not take for fire. From this time, be something scattered of your maiden presence. Set your entreatment at a higher rate than a command to parley. For Lord Hamlet believes so much in him, that is he is young, and with a larger tether may he walk, than may be given you. In few, Ophelia do not believe his vow, for they are brokers, not of that dye, which their investments show, but mere implorators of unholy suits, breathing like sanctified and precious buds. The better to beguile, this is for all. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth, have you so slander any moment leisure, as to give